이사가 식전기도 우리 한번 하자.
요! 이렇게 오랜만에 모인 우리 패밀리 이렇게 떡국도 해 미리 외할머니도 건강하신 모습 보니까 살아남았다는 것 강하다는 증거 갱 다음 년에도 외할머니랑 우리 친척들 스크 이렇게 반갑게 마주할 수 있길 기도드리옵나이다. 에이멘.
아, 좋아.
Hey, hey, I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace.
Welcome back. Welcome to the This Jawn Active Podcast. It's your boy Blurdock, aka the Black Nerd and Jock. And back with me, as always, is Hood Nerd. How you living, man?
I'm chilling, B. How you doing, dog?
I'm doing good. You know, you feeling better this week now?
Yeah, a little bit. If y'all hear me clear, my throat is, you know what I mean? Because
Okay.
that cold was something else.
Getting
Still getting right, but you know. Yeah, get the airborne.
Yeah, and I noticed that too. That's as we get older now, that shit lingers. That shit,
Bruh,
yeah,
they take forever.
Yeah.
They take forever now.
Yeah. And
I'm like a baby, too.
I know, right?
I don't want to do shit.
Right. I personally think after, I know it happened for me, and then maybe this is just a whole coincidence of the age, but I personally think after the COVID shit, just like, why is my cough lingering longer than it need to be?
Bruh, COVID was a motherfucker.
Yo, that shit was the blip. COVID was the fucking blip, yo. That was.
If you ain't had nobody that died from it or didn't die from it yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Then it was a blip.
Yeah, but that shit was. I mean, that shit kind of came and went, and I remember some of the events that happened. I don't know if you knew that there was on like a CNN or whatever, they had a spaceship or UFO. They had a recording of a UFO that happened.
Nah, I ain't hear about that.
See that? I turned on the TV or whatever, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Hold on. They making a breaking news, like UFO. It just riding around here in broad daylight. People just forgot about that shit because they're just like, you know what? We got too much to fucking worry. And I think the aliens are probably thinking that shit too. It's like, you know what? Yeah,
it's the perfect time.
It's like I think they just left us alone. They were just like, we were gonna come here and invade y'all, but y'all look like that got a lot of shit going on. We'll wait till
they really don't need to invade us. We just gonna take care of it ourselves and shit.
Exactly.
We got this. No need.
Yeah, nah, but that shit was wild. And I kept like researching and looking. I was like, yo, this shit is either, the government is trying to distract us from COVID, or there's just some shit and just like we just you know what, that's not even our priority right now. We got bigger shit to worry about in this COVID shit.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah. So 'cause that shit was wild. That was a wild thing. Just nobody talked about it. And
COVID was crazy. That shit was killing folks. They was talking about bodies stacked up like it was a zombie apocalypse in the hospital and shit, you know?
World War Z or some shit. Oh, yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, they was talking about that. And, some people that didn't believe it. And, some dude came up to me and was like, this is just a hoax, right? And I was like, hey, I know somebody that died from it, and I know some people that got sick. So he was like, have you seen anybody that died? I was like, I haven't personally seen anybody die from it, but I heard some people have died. So I'm just gonna
And
go
there's
with that.
always going to be that kind of conspiracy theory too about like
Yeah,
what did happen, didn't happen. The
yeah.
only one that I can say I honestly am a little skeptical on is 9/11. Just because I watched Zeitgeist and the way they broke it down, I was like, oh, snaps. Like,
Uh-huh.
I can see it. Like, did somebody blow this building up? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. That's the only one. But
yeah,
obviously, no disrespect to anybody and any
yeah,
families that suffer from that tragedy. I'm just saying that's one where I'm like, hold up,
yeah, yeah.
hold up.
Yeah, 'cause there's a lot of conspiracy theories about a whole bunch of things out there. Yeah, I was just actually talking to our boy at work, Walker. I was
We
talking
walk
to him
ball.
about that. Yeah, we was talking about all that conspiracy theory shit and the COVID and UFO, and because he was kind of on the same boat as far as not not really 100% believing in stuff, but he's like, why not? Why not? He was like, we can't be the only motherfuckers on this planet, like in the
Yeah,
universe. Like we can't be the only one. So he's like, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at because personally, because the shit that I saw, and it was one of my jobs that I did at. Not sure if I even told you this before, but I may have mentioned it to you about the dude with no face in a hoodie.
no.
So shit happened about I want to say maybe 2016, 2017. I was working for another security company, and we had to check this house. And I was just riding around in a truck. It was 1:30 in the morning on the dot. I remember this shit on a Tuesday, and it was sprinkling. And we had to ride around this house, or basically do a drive-by with this house and flash the lights in the backyard. This is like, the houses up in the hills where it's expensive houses and nothing but the desert back there. And I guess the homeowners said they want us to flash the light in the back of the house because they don't want people camping out back there, or they're afraid people gonna camp out back there. I was just like, all right, whatever, just flash the light in the back of the house. Did that shit for 3 years, nothing. On my last year that I was there, flashed the light in the back of that area, and it looked like it was a dude standing there, roughly about 6 feet tall, with like a brown hoodie on, and had no face. That shit freaked me the fuck out. So I got out of the truck.
Oh, you got
I
out.
wouldn't.
That's brave.
I got out of the truck, but I was not getting from behind that door. So I just got out
Ah.
of the truck, and I was holding on the door, and I was like flashing the light. Because I was not gonna go around the fucking truck and be like, "Oh, who's there?" I was just like, "Yo, let me just see," because it's sprinkling. I was like, "Okay, maybe the sprinkle's not. I'm not seeing his face or whatever." But I was like, "I'm gonna just flash the light," and I saw him he was just slowly walking over to his left, and the next house is probably like 200 yards away. There's no trees, no big rocks, nothing for him to hide behind. As I'm, flashing the light at him, he just fucking disappeared. I don't know where the fuck he went. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to go over there and look for him. I did my job. I need to go scan this barcode on this stop sign. But it took me 15 minutes to get out of the fucking truck. Once I got to that stop sign, I kept looking back at the rearview mirror, like, yo, yeah, I was like, yo, if I don't scan this shit, I gotta explain why I didn't scan this shit. They ain't gonna believe that I saw some dude out there with no face sitting from fucking tall grass and shit. So it took me 15 minutes to scan that shit, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And then at the end of the night, I was like, yo, you may see that it took me 15 minutes to do this scan, but not sure you're gonna believe me. But this will happen. And he was like, "Yo, I believe it because I took a picture of something, and he showed me the picture, and it was like it was a whole different incident where it was like a misty sheet hovering over a pool. Because we had to take a picture of a pool apartment complex to make sure everything was good. And he was like, I can believe it because I saw this shit. I didn't see it when I took the picture. But when I came back and did a review of the picture, I saw the sheet there, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, damn, that shit is crazy.
That is
So,
crazy.
because of that, I'm like, why not? I seen some weird shit. I heard some weird shit. And, and that's what me and, Big Walk Dog was talking about. And shit like that. Just the conspiracy, whatever. He told me a story, too, and I can't remember what it was. But he told me he'd seen some wild shit, too, before. And that's kind of why. I think it was something. No, I don't think he saw it. He heard something. And he said everybody else heard it, too, but they didn't see nothing. And it was like, fuck no. Not even going to check it out.
Yo, we had a little incident here. I'll explain it and you'll see how it relates.
Yeah.
But I was talking with my girl and, we was getting ready to get Gabby ready for bed. And Gabby's my daughter.
Yeah.
So we getting ready to put her to bed. And, I'm walking out to we got a routine. I'll be in my room chilling, this room here. And when she ready to go upstairs and go night-night, I go and walk up with them, give her a hug, tuck her in, all that good stuff. So I'm about to go out there. I'm heading out to do the routine, but I notice there's something on the floor. So I'm like, let me sweep this up real quick. I go to grab the broom, and we hear this boom, 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 boom. I mean, like a crazy loud. It sounded like somebody was coming right through the door, dog. I was stuck at first. And I was like, oh, shit. Let me go grab the gat, because what's going on here?
Exactly.
So I run. I grab it. I'm ready. I'm like, all right. I made it. But at first I was stuck, because it was loud.
Yeah.
Where it was coming from. And it literally sounded like it was coming from the laundry room, which was probably 3 feet away.
Yeah.
If that. We both were like, what the fuck? So I go out, open the garage, check it out. I mean, I sweep the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
End of the night, nothing. We both are freaked out.
Yeah.
Gabby is freaked out. Like, what was that? So we ended the night with, it had to be a ghost. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other explanation.
Yeah.
But then a few days later, we're outside and there's lighter outside. We see some footprints on the garage door.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking it was some kids or something.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping it was some kids or something.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah,
if it was the ghost, that ghost was aggressive. This nigga
Exactly.
made me really go grab the gat. And I was like,
Exactly.
oh, shit. Who's trying to get in the crib?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what I also kind of made myself. Was like, even though I wasn't tired, I was like, maybe I'm just tired. That's, trying to make some kind of excuse on why I see this shit. Because I was like, this shit didn't want to believe it. And some shit like that. It's like even if it's a ghost, they can also leave footprints too. Especially if they're like when they talk about the angry spirits.
Yeah.
But the angrier that they get, the more of a presence that they, show.
You think it might have been a little bit of sleep deprivation?
Nah, honestly, it wasn't. I was not tired. I was not tired at all, but I was like, I'm just gonna go with that. I was not tired. I was wide awake, 1:30 in the morning. I remember looking at the time on the dot, and it was sprinkling and started raining a little bit outside, and I was like, and it was a Tuesday, so that's how much of that, like, kind of.
You remember?
Yes, I
I
remember
feel
that
you.
event
I
because
feel you.
it's something that's never happened to me before, and I was just like, yeah, this is some weird shit.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, it was, and that's some of the things that I think we as people remember like traumatic events and certain stuff. So we remember the time and day, what looked out outside where we were at, and things like that. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I saw a video that my wife had sent me,
Hmm.
and we had discussed this before about jealousy, and we have had our moments of jealousy. Even when I was younger, I had some jealous moments, but quickly kind of overcame that. After my ex. So I guess in this video, the guy had explained, or he didn't even explain. He just said, if your wife is jealous and she says she don't like that person over there, don't talk to him. You got to respect that jealousy. I was like, he was like, respect your wife's jealous. It's like, now I was like, I don't agree with that.
Hmm.
So what do you think? What's your take on the jealousy, on just jealousy in general?
It's tough, man. I think jealousy is a tough one, especially in relationships. I think you got to be aligned on what your boundaries are,
Yeah,
and like if you're misaligned there, then that can lead to more jealous moments.
yeah,
Um, and I think you got to be real with yourself about what your boundaries are too, because if you're not, then you definitely gonna be in more jealous moments and shit.
yeah,
Um, I think it is a fine line because, like, when you feel a type of way about something, you would want your partner to comply if you feel like it's a reasonable request. But to a jealous mind, everything is a reasonable request.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So yeah, and I guess there was a therapist that kind of told us about jealousy, and she gave us an analogy, and it's called the jealousy buffet. And I found it's kind of a long read, but I found something that explains the jealousy buffet, and I guess it explains whether your jealousy is healthy or toxic.
oh, bless. Let's hear
So,
this.
when assessing whether your jealousy is healthy or toxic, I like to compare it to eating at a buffet. Imagine a situation where the love, time, attention of your partner is the food, and you and your metamours are the guests at the buffet, feeding on this valuable resource. If you had enough food and are feeling happy and satisfied with your meal, you wouldn't mind other people taking the rest of the food and having their fill too. But if other people ate all the food and you haven't had enough, of course you feel jealous. You're still hungry. Now, this analogy is actually this person actually saying the polyamorous, for like polyamory people. For people that don't know, polyamorous people that have other relationships, even though they're in a relationship, but they have a boyfriend or girlfriend on the side, and everybody's okay with that. But I believe, but the therapist told us that this can actually just go and just in general for like, say, you know, what we used to do after work. We just hang out and chill and just talk. My wife would kind of get a little jealous of that I'm spending some time with you and not, time with her. But it's like I'm going to spend all the time with her. So it can also go with, just in general relationships. So you could go to a different buffet and get your fill of food, and sometimes that does work if you're just hungry. Other times, other buffets may not satisfy you in the same way because the food is different, like having Italian food when you're specifically craving Chinese. Not having enough food is like not having a need met, and different people require different amounts, types of food in polyamory or in regular relationship. Your jealousy is healthy if it is genuinely warning you about something you need to address. Other times it acts like an oversensitive fire alarm. Toxic jealousy in polyamory or relationship would be like a vegetarian at a buffet and keeping everyone else from having that meat even though you don't want or need it. Or having the entire buffet to yourself even if it's too much food for you and the rest would just go to waste. So next time you're feeling jealous, assess whether it's because there's something you want that you're not getting, and think about how to get that need met. Is the food that you want available at the buffet you're at? How are you going to ask for it? Communicate. Additionally, assess whether your partner has the capacity to fulfill that need or if you are able to fulfill it somewhere else. You wouldn't go to a buffet that's at full capacity and ask for a table or ask for meat at a vegan buffet. It won't be possible to get it. And if you're having enough food but are still reluctant for others to have the rest of the buffet, ask yourself why. Is it because you're scared you won't get a table at the buffet in future? Or that you'll get kicked out because you think the other guests are better than you? Sometimes our partners get different things out of their time with other people and get to explore a different part of themselves. Some people love to feast at the dessert section while others focus on the salad. Nothing is being taken away from you. It's just different food. The difference between healthy and toxic jealousy is the difference between being hungry for what you need and being possessive of what you have. Love is abundant, but time and energy aren't. Make sure everyone has their fill. Cultivate a generous mindset and grow together. And I was like, so what do you think about that?
Again, I think it all goes back to like honesty
Yeah,
and what your boundaries are. You know, especially if they're talking about polyamory,
yeah,
which like I would say more people are not into than the percentage of people that are into it.
yeah, yeah,
And I think there's also a percentage of people who are denying that they might be into it
yeah,
to keep up with the status quo.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but I think jealousy can obviously play a part in something like that because, you know, you're talking about what we get most possessive about,
yeah,
you know, is each other, really,
yeah,
you know. Our possessions are one thing, we get possessive about them. But when it comes to like the people we feel like I hate to say it, but like own or like have some sort of claim to,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's when we get the most crazy,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
That is.
So, you know, I'm curious to hear what you think.
Yeah. So for me, uh, for me, I'm all for turning a negative into a positive. I always felt that jealousy, mainly because of how it made me feel with my ex, that it was just that jealousy is a selfish act because you're only worried about how it makes you feel. You're not worried about how it makes that person feel, like what that person is gaining out of what they're doing. Like if you're doing something respectful, like like I just said, for me and you hanging out, and my girl over here kind of getting jealous that I'm actually hanging out, getting something that I actually need is to actually hang out with a guy, and not hang out with my wife 24/7. That's the
Now
difference.
that
Yeah,
I could
that's
see as like a toxic form of jealousy,
yes.
not to like
So
you know, but just I could
Yeah.
see that because
Yeah. So.
I was thinking more in the vein of like relationship jealousy,
Uh huh.
like
Yeah.
how would we feel if there was, you know, an attractive suitor,
Uh huh.
you know, kicking it with your girl or
Yeah.
kicking it with your guy or whatever the
Yeah.
case
Yeah.
may
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are people really okay
Mm-hmm.
with their significant other? Even, now I ain't even talking about polyamory.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
talking
just.
about, are they even okay with their significant other being friends
Yes.
with the opposite sex?
Yes. And that's what I was going to get to. And that's what I was going to get to because that conversation also came up. Me personally, I think it's okay
I
as
do
long
too,
as
but
long as
after
you,
some growth.
yes, after some growth, it's like, and I feel like for me, I feel like I've grown enough to be okay to actually have a female friend because I can, I talk to females just like a regular person. I don't throw, I don't try to raise them up or anything like that. It's just and like it's just I just talking to them as regular people now. You know, could they find me attractive and still have some other thoughts about me? Yes, that's possible. But as long as they're not doing that or showing that towards me, and we just being cool, just keeping everything platonic, I think that is fine because that's the same thing with my wife, and especially with her, being bisexual, she's attracted to other females. So some of her female friends are cute, and she's attracted to them. So I can't sit here and kind of, be a hypocrite and be like, you shouldn't be upset with me having female friends when I know you're attracted to this female friend and stuff like that. And I got to be okay with that. And I am okay with that because how I look at it, as even if it is an attractive man or woman that wants to kick it with my wife and that's a friend, and even if they find her attractive, I look at it as that's a compliment to me because I got her. And I believe that's where the self security comes in. It's like, I know I got you, and I'm going to trust that you're not going to cross that line. Same as you also got to trust that I'm not going to cross that line. But I guess the healthy jealousy part of it, I can see that happening. Like, oh, if I were hanging out with you all the time, and I didn't give her the time. I believe that's the healthy jealousy because it's like,
For sure,
I
for
didn't give her
sure.
no time, so that right there is something that she needs.
But like if we
So,
hang out
uh,
infrequently
yeah,
and then it's still an issue,
yeah,
that is
that's
the toxic
that's the
one
toxic part. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
I could see that. I mean, you know, jealousy is a motherfucker. Like it's a real fine line because what do you do
yeah,
like when you see your partner, like let's say you have to hang out with your partner and their friend, right, of the opposite sex. And you see them and they kicking it and they having a good time and
yeah,
you know, they joking and laughing and it's love.
yeah,
And then you know
yeah,
you know, and like I've been in this situation before where I've been hanging out with the people
yeah,
that my girl know, and one of these dudes here that she
yeah,
having a good time with
yeah.
has put the smoke on it.
Okay.
What do you do in that situation? Like that's when I was a younger man.
Uh huh.
I wasn't built for that. I was like, oh, you got
Yeah.
me fucked up in here. Like, and I signed up
Exactly.
for it thinking I was
Exactly.
built for it, but I
Uh huh.
wasn't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
just a wild situation to be in.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think that's a byproduct of feeling like you own people. I hate to
Yeah.
put it like
Yeah.
that, but it's no
Yeah.
other way to like really describe it because, you know what I mean? Like, of course, this person had a past before me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can't get
Exactly.
mad about that. And of course, there's other gorgeous people in the world. I can't get mad about that either.
Exactly. And that's where I'm at now. It's like I know she's attracted to other guys and other girls, and it's like, you know what? I mean, what can I really say? It's really, at the end of the day, it's really about your actions. That really is going to determine how I should really feel. Because it's like I'm not gonna worry about the other person. I'm going to worry about you. It's really your actions, and that's when I had to grow because I was really jealous with my ex. She was
Hmm.
spending a lot of time with this other friend, and I'm like, yo, I came out here for you, and you spending all this time with her, and then it's like, she wanted to come back, and I just didn't like the way that I felt because I was getting angry. And even though that's like a healthy jealousy, because she wasn't spending time with me, but I didn't like the feeling of jealousy at all, and it made me really feel angry. And then I did it with my now wife when she was working with some other guy that was openly flirting with her.
Hmm.
And I would meet the dude. I knew about the dude, and I was like, you know what? I'm not finna have this shit. What's the name? I'm not gonna worry about him. I don't expect him to respect me. Don't expect him to care about me. His goal is to get you. Now, my focus is, what are you gonna do? Because if you're gonna do this, then I'm just, it's gonna suck. But I'm just gonna have to be out because I'm not gonna deal with that. So I ended up turning all that into, you know what, that is a compliment to me because she chose to be with me.
Hmm.
And it looks as so far, 16 years later, she still wants to be with me. So I think I'm good.
No, and that is one thing for sure. And that does speak to like the strength of your relationship.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think if you had to go through it where, you know, somebody is choosing
yeah,
somebody else over you, you also got to be strong enough to realize it's not the end of the world.
yes,
And I think that's one of the hardest things to like
yeah,
comprehend when you're in those situations and when you're in jealous moments
yeah,
is like, yo, I'm gonna be all right. No matter like, I gotta like, yeah, I gotta chill out. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
everything is gonna work out.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, you
yeah.
gotta have
And
a belief in yourself too.
exactly, exactly, and that's what I grew to realize. I gotta love myself too. Actually, I honestly believe you gotta love yourself more than you love the person. Because if you put your whole love into that old person and they end up shattering the shit,
You fucked.
that right there can feel like the end of the world.
That'd be the murder
And
suicides and shit.
exactly, it's because it's funny. I wanted to touch on something that you said earlier before that we know that they got to pass. I saw something where a woman realized she was like, at one point in time, my husband was out before he met me. He was out looking for some hoes, and now and I guess I was one of those hoes that he was looking for. So, 'cause I told my wife that all the time.
Absolutely.
I was like, hey,
Absolutely.
we was out looking for the hoes.
Absolutely.
You just happened to be there.
You stuck.
So, so yeah, I guess according to your saying, I turned a hoe into a housewife.
But you know what? I be thinking that. I be thinking that most dudes is out looking for the hose, but some dudes really be on some other shit. They
Yeah,
be on some like, I'm looking for like the one.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I ain't really got time for no hose. And that's amazing to me considering how we wired, you know?
yeah, yes, it
I'm
is.
always like, damn, that's a lot of, you really forward thinking here, you know? You are thinking
Yeah,
with
I
me.
wouldn't.
I'm
Yeah,
usually not the one thinking.
I wasn't thinking at the time because I was talking to two other women at the same time. That's how I met my wife. So I was out there
It'd
looking
be
for them hoes.
it'd be the other us thinking.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
other us.
yes,
We all know what that is.
yep. Oh man, but yeah. So that's that's all a part of growth and how you communicate when it comes to like jealousy and stuff like that. And,
Communication, everything.
communication is everything, and it can
That shit,
even be hard
everything.
to communicate too. It can even be
It
hard to
can.
communicate, but
I
you
remember
still
this
have
girl,
to.
this ex of mine. She got me this fucking book. It was like a
Yeah.
kid's book or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It was it's a real slap in the face. I was like, yo, because it was about bad arguments. That's what it was. It was a book
Uh,
about bad arguments,
uh,
but it was a children's book, so it
mhm.
was like easy for kids to understand. And it was like 17 bad arguments, but I was a little offended. I was
Yeah.
like, bitch, I can read the adult version. What the fuck?
Oh
Anyhow,
shit.
the book was good. It turns
Yeah.
out it had some great uh, ideology in there about bad arguments.
Yeah.
And one of which is like when you having an argument with people and they fucking, instead of keeping it on track, they shifted to something you did last week.
Yeah.
That's a bad argument. And I feel like
Yes.
that happens all the time in relationships and shit.
Yes, it does. It
Because,
does.
like, nobody be wanting to be wrong. You know what I
No,
mean?
nobody, nobody
Nobody.
wants to be wrong.
Nobody.
Yeah. And I learned that it's actually for yourself. It's actually okay to be wrong, to accept it. And
Especially
it's
if you can
like,
do it in the moment.
yeah.
I did it in the moment in the argument 2 days
Uh-huh.
ago. And
Uh-huh.
it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
She still was like, no, stand on it. Stand on that shit you said. Like, oh, damn.
Exactly.
I thought I was wrong. I realized it like right in
Yeah.
the moment. Like, cut me some
Uh-huh.
slack here. No, you stand 10 toes on it.
Yeah.
All right, then, fuck it. I'm back to what I said before. Now you got me fucked up.
Oh shit, bro. I can't even tell you how many arguments we had like that, bro. Just like, yo, all right, you got it, yo. I'm done. I try to explain to you, you ain't doing it, but you got it. But then it's just like, you know what? Fuck all this shit, bro. I was trying to let you have that shit, but you know what? I'm gonna fuck the whole world up.
Yep. I was trying to chill. I was trying to take it back real quick.
Exactly.
Real quick, like, you couldn't
Yeah.
just let me take it back real quick.
Exactly.
No, you want to harp on it.
Exactly.
You want to
Take
escalate
advantage of
things.
shit, Yep.
Mm.
But yeah, we're just all big kids. That's all it is. We just learn
No, for
certain
sure.
things. We just learn certain things, and we just end up getting wired to try to decide what is right and wrong, instead of just being like free. Because there was actually something I saw, like brain games. And this is
Mm.
why where we are at right now, me and you, just accepting, our anime shit, video games, all the other shit. We just said, fuck it, this is what we like. At some
Hmm.
point in time, it's like, no matter how old we get, we gonna like this shit. This is
Yeah.
what makes us who we are. And
Yeah.
if you want to say it's kid shit, so be it. I'm a big ass kid.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there was something called brain games. And I've been trying to find this episode, but I cannot find the episode. And I think they have it like on the History Channel or Disney Plus, but I cannot. I've been scrolling through every fucking episode and can't find it. But they had a dude would go to all these adults and show a drawing, and the drawing was a simple diagonal line going across the paper with like a little red dot and a string, hovering over it. and they asked all the adults, "What do you think this is?" They're all taking their time thinking about it, trying to make the right decision.
Hmm.
They can't think of anything. They're just like, I don't know what that is. I don't. And then they go to kids, ask them, same picture. What do you think this is? Oh, it looked like a ball. Look like a ball rolling down the hill. Look like a yo-yo rolling down the hill. Look like a balloon that got deflated. Like they're just coming up with all these imaginations, and that had me sitting there. And then he went back to the adults and explained to them, these are what the kids saw, and it was like, you know what? I can see that.
Hmm.
And he asked, why do you think you didn't see that in the first place? And they was like, well, for one, I didn't want to get it wrong. And it was like, and you were right about that. We, at some point, because we grew up, we were conditioned to not be, to decipher what is right and wrong, and
Hmm.
and how we get treated if things are considered wrong, and how we get praised if it's right. So we want to be praised, and we want to be right about everything. And the kids, they don't care. They don't care, and they don't really know. They're just like they have a free mind, free world. Just be like, I just want to be creative, and I believe in a lot of the world and other situations we can, it's okay to do that. It's okay to be free. It's okay to just be stupid. Pretty much why we came up with, pretty much came up with the podcast. Just to be free, be stupid, and do what we want to do.
Give our own opinion. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. No, yeah, I think it is hard to tap into the because I watch my daughter a lot, and I
Yeah,
watch how she move, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
love observing people in general, but observing my own kids is probably the greatest joy of my life so far.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when I'm watching them make decisions real time and like learn stuff, I'm like, oh, this is really fucking cool. Like, and when I'm watching how fearless they are, like she's 2 and she just started being able to climb up the joint at the park where you gotta like climb and your coordination's got to be right.
Yeah, yeah,
And I watched her work at it since she was maybe about a year now
yeah, yeah,
and get better and better. And now she can do it without me having to be there to hold her.
yeah,
And it's insane how we are.
yeah,
Um, and some people hold on to that. Some people are still fearless even in their adult lives,
yeah, yeah,
like Alex Peretti, you
yeah, yeah.
know, or anybody like that is not afraid to fight for what they believe in and stand up for it
Exactly,
and like be on the front lines
exactly, exactly.
and thrill seekers. That's crazy to me too.
Yeah, it is. I mean, will I ever do some of the crazy shit that they do? No, but hey, power to them. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the furthest I would go is like traveling and
Yeah,
like maybe being in a situation where I'm like near some dangerous animals,
hmm,
but
yeah,
hopefully not too close to dangerous animals because
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
yeah.
sounds crazy too.
That,
You know.
exactly, because I'm still on the fences of skydiving. I'm not too sure. I'm 50-50 with that one. I'm like, do I
Yeah.
want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
I mean,
Just for the
maybe
thrill of it?
just to
Maybe
see.
just
I
to
mean,
see.
it seems dope. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I feel like for me that was some shit back in the day that I was like,
Uh,
hell yeah. But I would have got on the plane and I
uh,
would have got up there and I'd have been shitting bricks once I got up there.
exactly.
And then once we
Exactly.
jump out and we hitting the ground,
Yep.
I'm sure I would have been worried about tearing my ACL or like, how we gonna land this bitch? Like me and you, like I'm a big boy. Like what's going on, bro?
exactly. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they need to
like
put
it's
me with like a nigga twice my size,
exactly.
for me to feel
Exactly.
confident. If they
Yeah.
had me jump out with the big show, maybe then I'll be like, all right, cool.
Exactly. Because I'm not a small guy myself either. But if I see somebody that's like 5'6" behind me, it's like, yo, how the fuck this gonna happen?
Yo,
Like,
for
how is this
real,
gonna work? Like,
for
my feet
real.
gonna touch the ground. Yours still gonna be dangling behind me.
Then you riding on
Um,
their back too. Like this is weird, bro.
and in some cases, they ride behind you on your back.
Yo, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Seen that too.
So it may be, I don't know if it's a height difference, because if I am taller than the guy, I mean, he gotta be. I think most cases they gotta be behind me because
Bro, if
they
the big
just
show's behind me, I might have to just opt out. Just I'll catch y'all on the next skydive. Shit.
uh you're gonna feel like a little baby
Yo, that'd
in
be
that damn
crazy, dog.
pouch.
We fucking play the theme song before we jump out the airplane.
Shit, yo. But yeah, um, so I guess I mean, ain't a lot of things happen, in the past couple of weeks or whatever. Um, Still got the trial for Epstein files and all that stuff going on or whatever, and people talking about it, but they not talking enough about it. But the NBA All Star game ended up happening, and from what I heard, the All Star game actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah, this will probably be our quickest segment of the night because neither one of us saw it.
Yep.
We just heard about it, and I
Hmm.
heard the same thing that it was
Yeah.
not terrible, but it wasn't great either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard that it was just,
Uh,
fairly middle of the road.
yeah.
But that the games were competitive. I did hear
Yeah.
that, and that
That's
was
what I
cool to
heard.
hear
Hmm.
because normally it's just this like go out there and don't get hurt fest.
Exactly.
Um, and the dunk contest has been a little stale. Three
Yeah.
point contest, I don't even know what that's like.
Yeah. It's.
Um,
I mean, I still watch 3 point contest because I mean, ain't much change on there. Just you niggas shooting
get them
threes.
racks up, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's always pretty much been the same. I mean, they added, a couple, like, I think they added 4 pointers. Oh no, they added, it's a
uh,
4 point shot, but it's 3 pointers. They kind of is 3 points if you can make it. It's a couple feet behind the 3 point line, and they added that on the wings. So they added that so they get 2 extra shots. And then they pick the money ball where they want on their spot, whatever spot that they want. And Dame Lillard won the shit again. He won the
crazy.
West Ham. I didn't even know that he was like. I was like, yo, he got the ACL or the Achilles.
Yeah.
I guess you can at least shoot, and he was lighting it up. And the ending to that actually was exciting because it was close. Like
Oh, who
it
was
was
it
close.
between?
It was him and damn, who was it? It was him and Devin Booker.
Oh,
It
okay.
was him and Devin Booker needed to hit that last shot to tie Damian Lillard to go to another round, to sudden death. But he
Mm,
missed it. He ended up missing
Dang,
the last 2 point shot that he needed to tie.
that's
So
tough.
that ended up being like a little exciting. So the
I
dunk
actually want to go
contest,
to a Suns game. We should do that.
I know we should. I do want to go to a Suns game. Yeah, we should definitely go to a Suns game. Um, yeah, dunk contest. I mean, I haven't. Mac McClung wasn't in it, so I did watch the replay of it. So I watched all the replays. I didn't realize this shit was so early. This shit was on like three
Yeah, it was
thirty in
like
the
five.
afternoon or some shit. And I was
Yeah,
like, yo, what the fuck? Or 4:30.
yeah,
I'm like,
for us.
yo, shit supposed to be usually later, but
And
you know,
shit, I was working.
I came home, took a nap, and was like, all right, I'm gonna try to watch it when I wake up, and this shit was
It's
already on
over.
before. Yeah, this shit was over when I woke up. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, it was then the celebrity game or whatever, just kind of threw that on TV just for background noise. Um, yeah, I didn't watch the All Star game because we actually went to the movies. and I didn't watch that. I wasn't going to watch it. I don't think I watched it since '01 maybe.
Yeah, it's been a minute for me too.
Jordan last played. I think maybe when Kobe was going tough up against LeBron. Maybe that's about it. But other than that, it's been pretty close to 20 years at least. I used to watch the All Star game, but I heard the first two games were compared. I guess they had 3 games in the All Star
Yeah.
game, and I guess I heard the first two were competitive, and the third one wasn't.
I'm not. I don't hate it. I mean, I guess I
Yeah,
love basketball. At the end of the day,
yeah,
I get that they're trying
hmm
to make their sport more entertaining,
yeah.
but I think they should have just followed suit with baseball and don't fix what ain't broken. Like
I guess.
all this mid-season tournament
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
weird changes to the All-Star game.
exactly.
No, leave it the way it was
Yeah,
and fucking let people cook up, you know?
yeah, yeah, and do what baseball does because I found out some years ago, and the NBA is not implementing it at all. That in the baseball game, whoever wins on the NL National League or the American League, the two teams that go to the World Series, if National League wins, the team on the National League side is home field advantage,
Mm.
and basketball should do that.
Yeah,
They do something
make
like
things a
that
lot
for
easier.
the All Star, and they'd be like, all right, well, for some of the players that are contending to go to the championship, it's like, all right, well, you guys, I ain't finna let y'all fuck this up for me. We gonna win this All Star game, so we have a good shot of going to the finals. So,
Hmm.
we gonna need to up the game up a little more. But at least they're trying. I mean, it's a business. They're trying to get more people to watch.
Yeah,
Just probably
and I know
still
the
don't
young
want to watch
people,
the
they
games.
want a bunch of flash and different
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
don't know.
Half court shots and shit, and
Yeah.
it's like
Like I said, our quickest segment.
exactly, exactly. Um, but yeah, but we're approaching the hour mark. There. Oh yeah, actually, I did the one thing that I want to talk about. Um, that's another thing about the young generation. They got to make everything gay. Like they gotta try to make everything that we say into like turn it into a gay moment. They're using pause frequently on every fucking thing. What I said earlier is some guy riding on behind me, young person gonna be like, yo, pause. And I get it, in certain circumstances, 'cause like I said, we are kids, we are big kids, but I did see another video where there was, a guy. He ended up calling. His friend was like, "Hey, yo, I ain't heard from you in a minute. Let's go. let's go. Let's go out to eat and stuff like that." Just all right, cool. I call the fellas and see what's up. Like, no, just me and you. I ain't talking about lunch. We're just talking about dinner. It's like, yo, what? Just me and you go to dinner. What the fuck? What type of shit you on? So he ended up killing him or whatever because apparently it was like bro code and talked to his other buddies and was just like, yo, y'all know how to do this, right? Why I did this? And it was like, yeah. That was kind of wild. It's like, yo, you just can't be going on dates and stuff like that. And then it kind of proceed to other stuff. But then that got me sitting there thinking, me and you, according to that logic, me and you ended up going on a date. We had a dinner date, and then we went to a movie.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
had a we had a great time.
fantastic time.
Yeah,
Listen, we both grown as fuck,
uh,
got significant others.
yep,
Our lives really revolve around our family.
yep,
We had a chance to go out, get a delicious meal, watch a fantastic movie afterwards,
Yes.
and then part ways.
That was
And
it.
had a great night away
Yes.
from our normal duties and responsibilities and
Exactly.
life.
Exactly.
I think every person should have that, male or female,
Yes.
period.
Yes.
Now, where it sounded a little zesty in the scenario you mentioned
Uh-huh.
to me is how the homie aggressively waved him off for hitting up the other homies.
Yeah.
When the dude was like, yo, I'm about to hit up the other homies, and he was like, hell no, just me and you. That is why he ended up dating.
Yeah. Yeah, and I thought about that too. It's like, yo, that's not just me and you, not even lunch, it's just dinner, man. I just want to chop it up with you, man. Just, you know, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yes, that right there is a little like, a little skeptical. Like, yo, what? Yo, I'm about to call up the homie. We all can just hang out. Why you just trying to hang out with just me? If we have the
And I get it
opportunity to
on
hang
one
out with
hand,
other
but you
homies,
got it's how do you put that to the homie? You
that
know, like,
exactly.
yo, it's been a minute
Yeah.
since we really caught up and talked. It's gonna be like, what did you say
Yeah.
to me? No, I'm
Exactly.
joking.
Exactly. Unless you threw in there like, I want them, but you're my best friend. I actually need to talk to you. We need to like have a talk, and then it's like, okay, I understand, but that's not what
See,
it
you can't
sounded
even
like.
say the best friend. You can't even say that. He's like, nigga, best friend. What?
Best friend. That's
You trying to
wild.
buck? What is happening? No, I'm joking. That's
Uh, but yeah, it's like,
crazy.
but yeah, that shit is a little crazy. But that's just kind of where our mind would go and be like, yo,
Straight up.
what type of shit you on, bro?
I mean,
You know?
listen, I think that's a product of where we grew up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, growing up in the hood, no, like, especially in the time that we grew up,
Oh yes.
homosexuality was not as accepted,
Nope.
and it was either mocked or frowned upon, you
Exactly.
know? And of course, neither one of us frown upon or want to mock,
Yeah.
homosexuality or any
Yeah.
of the community.
Yeah.
Um, do your thing. I don't give a fuck what people do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Straight up. When I hear one of my straight homies say something that's questionably, like not questionably, but like if they say anything about meat or nuts and they don't specify like what they're talking about, it could get dicey. And that's just because, like you said, we're big kids,
Yes.
and I'm a big kid. So,
Yes.
like, even though I understand that pause is frustrating when you're having a serious conversation or
Yeah.
like somebody is like just talking about something that they really enjoy, like
Yeah.
maybe they like if my homie said, "Yo, I really enjoy a variety of meats."
Uh,
All right, I don't know what you fucking want me to do because yes, I can understand your frustration for not wanting me to turn this into something
exactly.
that I
Yeah.
can make fun of you about.
Exactly.
But at the same time, why would you say
Why would you say it like that? It's like,
that?
why would you say it like that? It's like, yo, you know. And I heard somebody say, it's like, oh, yo, it was like, yo, I love eating hot dogs. And it was like, yo, oh, you like it for the taste or the shape? And I was like, yo, that shit is funny. But yeah, just certain things that we just say, and then sometimes we catch ourselves, like, one of the videos I believe I sent to you a while ago where somebody was on the game, but he was helping his son. And he
Mhm.
was like, yeah, I had to, he was like, yeah, I had to, he was like, well, this is going to be a pause moment, but he was like, he was like, it was hard So I had to suck on it to get it soft. You know, I had to suck on it to get it soft. It's gonna be a pause moment. Everybody still lost it, even though he said
You
it's gonna
can't
be a
say
pause
that.
moment.
You
And it's
even
like,
if you know it's a, especially when
uh-huh.
you know that's a pause moment,
Yeah,
and you
and
still said it.
there's no other way to say it. Like, 'cause
I
he was
get it.
just basically, you know, I mean, yeah, you get it. Like, you get it. You had to,
I
like,
get
you
it.
know, do
The
something
crazy
for
thing
the
is,
child.
it's the same. I feel like pause is
Uh-huh.
the same as if a girl said it. If a girl said, "I like a variety of meats,"
Yeah.
my natural reaction is going to be, "I bet you do," and laugh hysterically and shit.
It is.
I,
It
I,
is.
it's the same thing for a dude. If a dude says
It is.
that,
Uh-huh.
I'm probably going to say the same exact line. I
Exactly.
bet you do, and laugh
Exactly.
hysterically.
Yes. Yes. And, you
So
know, it's
I'll at
gonna be.
least say I'm an equal opportunity juvenile.
Yes.
You
Oh,
know,
yes. Oh, yeah. Equal opportunity juvenile. It doesn't matter. Yeah, cause we've been in those moments where a female has said something and we just looked at each other like,
bro.
I know what she just said, but hey.
Like, why would you put it like that?
Bruh. But yeah, that was, yeah, I mean, I guess,
Yeah, I don't think
yeah,
there's anything zesty
yeah,
about going out with the homie
yeah,
solo. You know what I mean? Just you and him. Like I told you, that when you told me when we had our pre-show meeting,
uh-huh,
I had just the night before hung out with one
yeah,
of my homies.
uh-huh,
This motherfucker made me dinner. We watched the Dave Chappelle comedy special
yeah,
together,
exactly,
chilling,
yeah,
having a good old time. Made me
exactly.
some ice cream and I was like, man, this is amazing in here.
It is.
Like we ain't arguing,
Nope.
just having a fantastic, lovely night.
Oh, bro. And that's the great thing about sometimes hanging out. A lot of times hanging out with the fellas. It's not going to be any petty arguments. If we
Not one.
arguing about shit, we're gonna be arguing about Jordan, LeBron. We're gonna be arguing about some dumb shit, just
Exactly. Dumb
like a healthy
shit.
debate. We just gonna be on some
Yes.
healthy debates. That's what it is.
Anime
Yeah.
fights,
Uh-huh.
shit like that, you know.
Exactly. So
Yeah, that is. I don't see a
but yeah,
problem. I think everybody need that. I think
I
everybody need
do.
that. I think the
I do.
ladies need that. I think they need to go out
Uh-huh.
with their
Yep.
girlfriends
Yep.
and talk about whatever the fuck they talk about,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
paint and drink or whatever they do. You
Yeah.
know, all that.
Sipping paint or whatever that shit is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't be
fucking
sipping on the wrong thing. That's all we ask. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Because that
Who you tell?
sipping paint is I've been seeing. It's like, all right, you can enjoy it, but don't be,
Yeah,
just sip on your drink. That's it.
them bitches be getting loose.
They do. Let your friend get loose. You better not get loose.
hmm One of my exes got snapped up at the sipping paint or drinking
Really?
paint or whatever it
Oh,
is.
wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what would they call it, bro? They had a different name for it because it was at like a comic book club
Uh-huh.
or not a comic book club. It was a comic book shop.
Okay.
But she went and sipping paint, some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyhow, one of the dudes there was like an artist,
Yeah.
and he had worked on like some of the comic books and shit.
Uh-huh.
I guess won her over with his work,
Yeah.
and wound up stealing her with the Ninja Turtles work and shit. I don't know. This shit is crazy. It's a real crazy situation, bro.
Oh, shit. Still over Ninja Turtle work.
Bro, I'm like, damn, this nigga must really draw the hell out of a Wolverine because you really just sucking this nigga's dick up in here just like that. Just, I'm chopped liver now.
Damn. That's wild.
It was, I can't even tell you how wild the rest of that story got. It gets wilder. It really does.
Yeah.
It's a real crazy story, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
It does get wild there.
no, I mean, that particular story for
Oh,
me.
that particular story gets wild.
Yes,
Damn,
yes.
that's
It
crazy.
was a wild story.
Oh,
I guess I'll tell you just for, you know, I
yeah,
mean, I don't think I ever shared it with you before.
yeah.
But This guy's girl winds up hitting me up
Yeah.
and it's like, yo, your fucking fat girlfriend is fucking my man and this and that. And I was like, damn.
Oh, so that's
We
so
actually,
that's that story. Because you did tell me this before.
I told you the story. Okay,
You told me
yeah.
the story, but you didn't tell me that it was for this
How it all
particular.
jumped off. Yeah.
Yes. Oh
The sip and
wow.
drink or whatever the fuck that shit
Yeah.
is called, the paint and sip. This nigga was in there wooing bitches with Gambit
Oh.
drawings and shit. I don't know. Anyhow, she hits me up and is like, at this point, we had broken up. So I was like, oh no, we broke up like a week ago. But this makes a lot of sense as to why we broke up.
Okay.
So she's like, yeah, this is crazy. Like, I walked in on them and I was like, that's rough. You, want to come through?
Oh shit.
Bro,
Oh damn.
it didn't happen that night, but she did come through.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay. Hey, that is crazy.
Crazy story. Crazy story, bro.
Yo, that's wild. All right. Well,
That's how
this
petty I am
was-
now.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
Hey, I felt like I would be the same way if I was single.
I was like,
single,
oh.
went through that some shit, I would probably be the same way. Because at that point, I'm thinking about me.
Bro, I was like, this Magneto drawing motherfucker, I'm about to fuck his bitch too. This is crazy.
Oh shit. But yeah, so before we cap it off with the podcast, I understand that, Hood Nerd, now he has somebody that we both agree on and give a shout out to, a tribute to what made us who we are growing up in the 90s and 2000s.
Absolutely. So each week we like to pay tribute to one of our like pop culture iconic kind of things, or whatever the case may be that for that week. It could be something different, who knows? But this week we going with the influence of Naruto and my life and Blurred's life, from like the perspective of like OG animes that kind of started it for people. A lot of people put Dragon Ball in that category, and that is kind of where it ends. Really,
Yeah.
that's usually for people our age, the one that got them into anime. And I'll be honest, before Dragon Ball, for me, it was Ronin Warriors. That was the first time I saw anything like it. And I didn't know what it was at the time. I didn't know it had a name or anything like that. I just was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Then I saw Dragon Ball. Still didn't know what anime was. Had no idea that it was a lane. And I remember watching Goku go Super Saiyan, because I'm not talking about Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Z. That was like, okay, what's this? This is fucking pretty cool. I like this.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. And then Naruto comes out, or I get wind of Naruto, and I'm like, holy shit, what is this? And then the moment in Naruto that kind of seals it for most Naruto fans is when Rock Lee dropped the weights in the tuning exams. When this nigga dropped these weights in his tuning exams, I had no idea it was going to send me on a path of like never stopping watching anime. It would just continue going on and on and on and on.
Exactly.
And that moment right there really solidified it for me. And then it just got better and better and better from there. And Shippuden is arguably, I mean, for me, if not the best, top three. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. There are not uh, three anime series better than Naruto Shippuden. I don't
Yeah.
care who you are, what you talking about.
Yep.
Fuck out of here,
Exactly.
straight up.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm on the same boat as you. Naruto ended up setting the tone for me to watch more anime. Dragon Ball Z and Akira, as you can see on this poster right there, Akira is what got me, what the first animes I saw.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is no Looney Tunes.
Ah, for real.
She got, blood coming out. I remember in Dragon Ball Z, they even had even just blood coming out the, the side of their mouth before they ended up moving it off. So at some point later,
Hmm.
and Goku Super Saiyan iconic moment was just like, oh shit. And I was like, all right, I gotta watch everything Dragon Ball Z. And then, after that, that was it for a while. All throughout high school, that was it for a while. I didn't watch anything else because there was nothing like Dragon Ball Z that I couldn't, that I didn't catch until I saw, all right, Toonami, Naruto. And I was like, yo, what's this? This is, kind of dope or whatever. I saw some episodes on there. They was all over the place. Or they would catch it in the middle and kind of like how they did Dragon Ball Z, or just be in the middle and just go on. I would watch some episodes
Yeah.
every night until they ended up uh, putting it out for like the first 100 episodes for a 4th of July weekend. And I was like, oh, well, shit, I just
I
got fired from
remember
my
that.
job.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I fucking remember that.
And that's how it started for me. That's how it
Mm.
started for me because I just got fired from my job. And I was like, I ain't got shit to do all weekend. Fuck it. I would just watch this shit. So, so I was like, I'm gonna watch this shit. So, and it came on from like 6 in the morning, it's like 6 at night or something like that. So I'm sitting there watching every episode and I was like, yo, this shit is dope. I was like, yo, what's going on? And I remember that Rock Lee moment was just like, yo, okay, I got to know more of this shit. I gotta know if there's more episodes or when there's more episodes coming out. Then I found out the rest of the episode was like online, and they were still subbed, and I was like, shit. Well, I'm gonna learn to read today.
Listen,
So
Naruto is the only anime, I put this on everything I love, that I've ever gone and read the manga for because I couldn't wait for the fucking animation.
yeah,
I just couldn't wait. I needed to know what the fuck was going on.
yeah,
So I went on ahead and read the manga when I realized manga was a thing. And at first that shit was confusing because I didn't know how you had to read it and shit. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? This is terrible.
bro. That was pissing me off too when I saw one of those. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I actually remember this episode." But I was like, "Okay, this shit like it seemed like it's going backwards. What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, like
And then I
where am
was
I
like,
at? Like
"Oh wow,
very
they actually read it
disorienting.
this way."
Yeah,
Like so they read it the opposite way, the way how we read it. I was like, "Yo, that is a trip."
a trip. And I like just reading it is a trip because I've always been in favor of watching the animation and
Yes,
watching these fights play out, especially with as good as the animation was for the fights in Shippuden.
yes, yes,
Um, but when I was reading it, it was great knowing the story and knowing what was going to happen, and then
yeah.
seeing it happen.
Oh,
It didn't disappoint. They
okay,
fucking nailed every aspect of it. Like,
okay.
because I read ahead and was reading like the war and all that with,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Obito and what's homeboy with the eyes in his arm. Um,
Donzo,
yeah, Danzo and all that.
Donzo. Yeah,
I'm there reading in the manga well before it comes out live
yeah,
on
yeah,
on screen.
yeah,
And then the war with Madara,
bro.
nigga, watching that, I was like, oh,
Man,
they really doing it. And the fight with Kakashi and Obi, I mean, it's just been so
yeah,
many
yes.
moments in that
So
anime
it
where I'm
is.
like, okay,
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know what to
should have.
say. This is a
Yeah,
masterpiece.
I should have. Yeah, I should have read the manga because I got caught up waiting for the fucking fillers that they had in there. And I was like, yo, this. I was like, yo, another fucking week of this shit. I was like, yo, yeah, I got. I didn't even know there was a manga to the shit.
The
'Cause I was
filler
just
was
so
really rough.
man. And then
Really rough.
I ended up rewatching it now, bro, and skipping the fillers because now they got all the fillers. Yo, that shit is a masterpiece without
Yeah.
the fillers. That shit is insane. I was like, yo, this shit is really it's better than when I watched it the first time.
They did their
And I
thing.
was,
I mean,
and that was the same thing I did for Bleach too. I ended up skipping it, and I was like, yo, this is so much smoother, so much better than when I watched it when I was caught up. 'Cause I had to find another anime to watch while I wait for fucking Naruto. I was like, I don't know if I can wait every week for this shit. I need more, bro.
no.
And
No,
yeah,
it
but
was tough.
Naruto really set the tone for me to want to find more anime like this, at least in a good story. And then
Yep.
that's when it opened up the rabbit hole for me to find other different types of animes. Like Death Note is nothing like Naruto, but the storyline was great.
Fucking
Found
One
out about it.
Piece.
One Piece
Like,
is like, I ended up watching it. Took me a long time to get into it, and it's still kind of taking me a long time to catch up. I'm still halfway through, but I'm going to finish it because I'm already halfway through. I might as well just finish
listen,
it. I don't like leaving this shit done.
COVID
And
was the best thing for me when it came to catching up on One Piece, and
yeah,
that's the time I did it. And even though I got this huge flag behind me and the fucking wanted posters,
yeah,
the
yeah,
rest of my room is decked out in Naruto shit.
it
And
sure
that is
is.
really what started this and any
Yes,
other anime that I'm into.
yes.
Um,
Naruto started
so
it.
I gotta bow down, gotta pay homage to Naruto
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, yeah. Naruto is it's definitely top three. Definitely
Number
top
one for
three.
me, top
Yeah,
three, and in my opinion, as
and
just an objective anime fan, like
yes,
I can't put two animes before it personally,
yeah,
but I can put some close to it. Like,
yeah.
if I had to give you my top three today, that's fucking tough.
That is
It's
tough.
real
Yeah,
fucking tough.
yeah.
Demon Slayer is probably number two, just because that was our, you know, well, I won't say our, but like when you were talking about when we hung out and went out and had the dinner and then watched a
Yeah, yeah,
fantastic movie.
yeah.
The movie we watched was the last
Yes,
Demon Slayer
and
movie, and
that
that
movie,
shit was transcendent.
yo, that movie was great to that. Cause before that, I was like, I'm cool with Demon Slayer, and I remember when it first came out, the first season, they already had it up there. People was already voting it's like the greatest anime of all time. I was like, yo, slow it down. It's good, it's great, but nah, it ain't making
Yeah,
top three.
yeah,
And
slow that
because of
down.
that movie, it that might have it might be sliding up in the top 10. I'm not sure yet for me.
It's in my top three because I never have I ever, aside from Naruto, felt that uh attached to the bad guy. Never have I ever. It was Zabuza and fucking
Yes.
Naruto, and I was like,
Oh,
and a little
bruh.
bit with Pain,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. A
real
little bit
like
with
the
pain too.
yeah, not the dummies, but the actual
Yeah,
Pain.
yeah. The actual pain. Yeah,
Um,
that's yeah. You
even
gotta get
though Jiraiya, I'll never get over it. Fuck that
yeah,
guy forever. So
yeah.
whatever. But um, with Demon Slayer in this last movie, bro,
Bro.
had me feeling for all the bad guys. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness, this is crazy.
yeah.
Why they doing these bad guys like this up in here?
Exactly. Exactly. They're all like that, and that's when I mean my wife started watching it because she was gonna actually go with me, and she started watching it. She was just like, "This shit is actually really good."
Yeah.
She was like, "This is actually really good." She was like, "I'm actually feeling bad for all the bad guys because they show their stories of how they became, how they became. And yeah, so what's your number three? Because you said Demon Slayer number two.
Number three is really fucking hard because there are several that I have in mind. It could
Yeah.
really be between a few. Like I'm really fucking with Kaiju number 8 right now. I fucking love Solo Leveling. I really enjoyed Black Clover. Um, My Hero ended
Yes.
phenomenally as well. I thought that ending was spectacular. I really enjoyed the series of that overall. Also,
Yeah. Yeah.
Bleach is fucking pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like number three is a real tough one for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, that's real tough. The jury's still out
Yeah.
because there's a few. I mean, even Freerun was really fucking good.
And
I
I
hear.
heard about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear about that, and I'm starting to watch that now. But I'm reading the reviews on why is it so great, and I guess for some people they're like, oh, they didn't expect it to be. Well, for some people it's like, what? I don't understand how this is so great. This is just a depression, so and so, and I was like, oh, so it's one of those.
It's
I felt
not.
like
It's
that,
just got a slow
and
tempo. It's
yeah,
not depressing at all.
yeah, and it said it's well, some of them have said it's depression, but they said it's slow, and they didn't watch like 4 or 5 episodes already, and it was just like, yo, it got a very slow tempo. So I was like, hey,
It is
I can,
depressing
I
too.
can, I was like, I can get, because I guess I heard about it, and I was like, okay, I can understand why it's depressing,
It's
but
not
I've
depressing.
seen,
It's just got some. It's just a sad thing. It's just like
yeah,
vampire shit. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Whenever there's an immortal and people
yeah,
dying around them,
yeah,
like I watched. What was that? Castlevania. Both
oh
of
yeah,
those animes on Netflix.
hmm
The second one really made me sad because I'm like, yo,
yeah,
Alucard is just out here. He can't get no eternal buns or nothing. Like he just fighting his whole life and shit. It's crazy.
uh, yeah, Eternal Buds is crazy. Uh, yeah, and that was just
If
that
I'm a
was the
vampire,
sucky
I got
thing.
to turn me some eternal
Yeah,
buns because ain't no way
exactly.
I'm out here losing.
Gotta be somebody with me, bro.
It's got
Cause
to be.
that's crazy. Cause there was like after watching Seven Deadly Sins, hearing his story, hearing Meliodas'
Oh
story,
yeah,
and I
Meliodas,
was like,
yeah.
yo, I was like, yo, that is some fucked up shit right there.
Real sad shit, bro.
I was like,
Real
yo,
sad shit. I forgot about
and
Seven Deadly Sins. That was the
yeah,
shit too.
that was too.
That
I was like,
that they hit me in the heart real good.
bro,
Fucking Escanor. That shit hurt, dog. I was
that shit,
like,
yo.
oh, I don't even know if I can watch this anymore. Y'all
And
might as
that's
well
how,
wrap it up because I'm hurt.
yo, exactly. 'Cause that's how I felt for when I watched Naruto, and because like you said, it was some of the guys that you end up hating. Then it's like, damn, you feel for him.
Yeah,
I hated Neji at first, and then he died,
yeah,
and I
me
was
too.
like, man. So I was like, fuck, not my boy Neji. He
Yeah,
was just coming around. I
for
was like,
real.
oh, bro, how he gonna
We
do
was
this to
just
me, bro?
together last
I
Thursday.
know. Yo, that shit was like really hurting. I was like, damn. But then it was like Itachi. You're just like, yo, Itachi's just some evil son of a bitch. But then you hear his story, and I think his shit was the filler. And I was like, yo, damn, Itachi went through a lot on that.
A
I was
lot.
like, yo, I like this nigga even more, bro. That shit was, and that ended up becoming like my favorite character. But if I had to do the top three for me, and I'm kind of doing it how I do it, like the Jordan thing. It's Dragon Ball Z. That's what started everything for me.
Hmm.
Naruto is number two, and because I ended up rewatching Bleach without the filler, I'm gonna go with Bleach as number three.
Okay, okay, okay. That's a respectable list, man. That's a respectable list. And I know people probably think I'm crazy for leaving Dragon Ball off my list, but it just was a lot
It,
of
it
like,
was. It
this
was.
episode has been going on for 5 fucking episodes.
Bro,
Can we get to the
that's
fucking point already?
that
Because
is the only fucking caveat for me right there that pissed me off about Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. They would do
yes,
that. I was just like,
yes,
yo, you're dragging this shit along, but
yes.
then it's like
Dragon Ball really
Dragon
was
Ball Z.
disrespectful with it. They were
Yes, it was really
disrespectful with
fucking.
it.
I was just like,
They
yo,
literally with 5 episodes you.
take
Boom,
5
take that.
episodes of a fucking spirit ball, bro. Spirit bomb.
Like,
Like, come
nigga,
on, man. You said this shit.
how long do it take for this nigga to transform?
Yeah,
God
and he
damn it.
said it only take. He said it only takes. What did he say? Some shit like all he need is a minute. Like nigga, you got a whole hour of a show
Well,
of him. I was just like, yo, that shit was starting to me. And I rewatched it, and I ended up rewatching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, yo, they really took fucking forever with everything.
I would
But
have to skip that shit. I would have to skip
yeah,
ahead and like, boop, boop,
yeah.
boop, 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 boop,
And
like
then
see
that's
what's
when,
going on and
yeah,
how
and
long
that,
they was yelling
yeah,
and shit.
exactly. And that was before I found out about, I guess, filler episodes. I ended up rewatching the whole thing. And, but yeah, it's just, that's, but it's still gonna be my number one just because of
It
what
getting you
door,
into it.
what
I get
door
it.
it opened up the door for me.
I get that.
And everything. But Naruto is pretty close because that opened up the door for opening up of the animes to try to find something similar to it, at least the fight scene. The fight scenes is what really got me to be like, yo, I need
Yeah.
another anime that's gonna be some dope ass fight scenes like this.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's why I ended up fucking around on YouTube and find that what is it, the Stickmans or whatever they were? The Stickman
Oh, them
fights or
fights
whatever.
is crazy.
Yo,
Yeah, them Johns go hard.
yo, that
And
shit
I
was
like
crazy.
some of the people been animating little fights recently and shit.
Oh
It's
yeah,
been
yeah,
some good shit.
yeah,
Anime is just taking the fuck over, man. There's just so
yes, it
much to
is.
choose from now
It
too.
it
I
is.
love it because honestly, we was talking the other day too, and I was telling you how I think my capacity to even be into anime
Yeah,
started with like G.I. Joe back in the day.
yep,
Like that was like my first cartoon growing up,
yeah,
where I was like, "Oh, these niggas is fly. They out here with laser guns and
exactly,
they got the Cobra Commander and shit." It's like,
exactly.
"Oh, let's go."
Yeah,
And as a result of that, I mean, that kind of opened up a door to all the other pop culture of the time. You know,
yeah,
Thundercats, He-Man,
yep,
Rambo. I
yep.
mean, coming up in the
All
time we
that shit.
came up in, there was a
Yeah,
lot of cool characters,
it
a
was
ton of them.
a lot of fucking cool characters. Yeah, bro.
So,
But yeah, Naruto, one of the goats.
yeah, got to
And
give it up to the
you
OG.
gotta
Got
give
to.
it up to the OGs. And then I didn't realize that was 10 years of my life.
For real. Straight up.
And did you remember how it felt when it finally ended?
I did, and I was hurt. I do
Yes.
remember that. I do remember being hurt. And I also remember
Yeah.
being really excited about Boruto. And I won't even get into that because it's very frustrating. So, just gonna
Yeah,
leave it
that's
there.
yeah. I watched a few and I was just like, yeah, this ain't hitting like Naruto.
It ain't
But
hitting. There have been episodes here and there. Seeing
yeah,
them as adults is my
uh,
jam. I do love that. But
okay,
it's like Boy Meets World
yeah,
versus Boy Meets World after college or
yeah,
whatever. It's like
yeah,
whenever they go to
definitely.
college,
Uh huh.
throw the whole show away
Exactly.
because I don't. I'm good
Exactly.
on all of that. You
Yeah,
know,
because they did that.
any of
Cause
them.
they did that. Girl Meets World too. They tried that.
Yeah,
It's like yeah, just throw that shit away. But
yeah.
yeah, I remember when it ended, and I was like, yo, I felt like a part of my life was just like, yo, that's it. Like
That's
it
it.
just gone. I was like, damn. I was like, I kept looking up, like, yo, this is it. Ain't nothing else. Like, it got to be something. This shit been on for 10 years, 2007, 2017. Yo, this is it, huh? Like, damn.
They.
So,
I mean, it was enough. I
yeah,
mean, it could have
it
been
was.
more, but it
It could
was
have been
enough.
more, but yeah.
And the Boruto, like, I feel like if they really would have done that, Like, I don't know what they could have done. Like, the only shocking thing they could do there is kill Naruto, which
Yeah.
would absolutely fucking suck
Yes.
because we so attached to him. Like, you can't
Yeah.
kill him. So they in the show they had to like basically seal him away,
Yeah.
which or seal away Kurama, which is
Yeah.
like okay, you diminish his power a little bit, but he's still
Yeah.
around, I guess. Whatever. And they did what they could. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But I would have much rather saw a crazy OP Naruto who just so happened to still have some OP enemies out there,
Yeah.
you know, and he gotta be OP while bringing up his son, and then
Exactly.
his son get OP too, you know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be crazy.
Especially with the bloodline of his and Hinata.
Yo, I would love to see the dynamic of all of them rumbling together and like his son
Exactly.
in fights and shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
like on some Batman and Robin kind of shit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Did you finish the show or you just stop watching it?
I stopped watching
Okay. I stopped
After
watching it.
Kurama got sealed and shit.
Oh,
After
okay.
Kurama got killed or whatever the fuck happened with him, I was like, this is some old bullshit, man.
Yeah, I don't even remember where I was. But I think I stopped after maybe 10 episodes, if I even reached that. I don't even know, but I was just like I caught myself not even like I caught myself picking up my phone, and I was like
Yes,
once I start
yes.
doing that, it's like all right, you lost my interest.
You know what they need to do? They need to go ahead and end it right here, and then bring out Boruto Shippuden. If it's got the Shippuden on there, the shit's gonna be fire.
Exactly.
Bring that out, and then these niggas would be grown or like teenagers or whatever the fuck, just
Exactly.
like Shippuden,
Exactly.
and let's start from there. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
fucking fire.
Yeah. Cause I wanna give it a shot. Cause I done seen some artwork, and I'm not sure if it's real or not. But I guess he has some of Hinata's power or something like that. Like, I guess one of his eyes kind of turned or some shit like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, now I'm kind of interested in seeing, if this kid got OP, if he
I
got
want to
OP
see
power or
him
not.
and his sister. They both
Yeah,
look OP.
yeah, yeah. So I may have to just do the same thing, watch it and skip the fillers if there are
Yes,
any fillers. And I'm pretty sure
definitely
there are
skip the
fillers.
filler. Because I'm a loyalist and I watched all the Naruto filler, even way
Hmm.
back from Naruto. And
Yeah.
this Boruto filler was especially brutal. Especially this little prison arc they had. I
Yeah.
highly recommend skipping that. Highly.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
I
terrible.
usually do. That's kind of what I'm doing with One Piece, or what I was doing with One Piece. Some of the fillers is like, just
I fucks with the filler in
and they
One
don't even
Piece more than any other anime. I don't know
yeah,
why.
and they don't even have a lot of fillers. That's the crazy thing about it.
Yeah. But they got a lot of
But I
fucking episodes. Them shits be taking forever too.
yeah,
It's
that's
like
why.
the last. I had to take a break because that was another one that I caught up on during
Yeah,
COVID,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that shit
and that's
was a
what I
lot.
did, and that's what I did. I took a break, and that was 2016 when I took a break. So, so it's been 10 years because I was almost catching up. And I was like, all right, bro, I'm watching this. I'm at like 690. And I'm like, yo,
Okay,
I ain't seen this shit in like, I ain't
I'm
seen this
happy
shit
for
in a
you.
few years.
Shit is so
So,
dope. You got so much to catch up on. There's so many
I
dope
know,
arcs.
I do gotta catch up.
Um,
Whenever I get to this shit, it's been like 10 years since I last watched it.
I'm on the latest arc,
I
but I'm
know,
behind.
yeah,
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
yeah, yeah. Well, it look like that's it for
Yes,
this
sir.
episode. We got through an hour and a half.
As
Had
usual.
good talk, and this is a finally we got just a light episode. We got a good episode,
Hell yeah.
and it was it was nice. It was refreshing, and anything else you want to add?
Nah, man. No. I think that's it. Yeah, I think
All
that's
right,
it.
all right. Now we're just gonna cap it off. We're gonna end it. Everybody be safe out there. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. Have a good night. Peace out.
For real, peace.